California, there's been a scheduling error on the tracks between Lompoc and L.A., causing slight damage to 2 locomotives. The Highway Patrol has developed a new airborne radar system to catch speeding motorcyclists. It works like this. The airplane sneaks up on the unsuspecting violator, and the radar records his speed. The one problem is, the aircraft must be within 2 feet of the suspect. Looking back at great moments in racing. Germany, 1949. Daring young cyclists roar through the Rhine Valley, hitting speeds well over 63 miles per hour. Each contestant is timed 1 by 1 after a flying start until they reach the finish rock at the end of the course. Has been another unfortunate scheduling error by the Lompoc and Western Railroad. 2 engineers suffer whiplash. These modern-day bronc busters should have stuck to bull riding. These steeds seem to be more than they can handle. Anchorage, Alaska. During a thrill show, a car went out of control and completely destroyed an Eskimo home. But the show went on, and the surviving Eskimos loved it. Madman Farnsworth was the hit of the show until his motorcycle was repossessed, but that didn't stop Madman. The object of this event is to try and knock over as many white pegs as possible. Here are some of the professional peg knockers showing their stuff.
Dateline, Wembley, England. The championship speedway races were held here, won by some Polish bug, I believe.
Has just reached us that there's been another horrible miscalculation by the now near bankrupt L&W Railroad. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3. A homemade glider can be lots of fun, says D.M. Walden. First, pick a safe place to fly. Then, wear an approved safety helmet. Dateline, Mojave Desert. The 1956 Big Bear Run Desert Race. Thousands of riders, including famous personalities, show up for this annual event. The course is laid out across 100 miles of this trackless wilderness. Riding their desert sleds, they cheat death as they race for the gold and the glory. After 50 miles of torture to man and machine, a pit stop is a welcome relief. A little water, some gas, and a cigarette. And they're off again. Some riders can't resist showboating a little for the crowd. report that there was not, I repeat, not an accident on the L&W Railroad this week. Smoke diving champion Flaming Freeman pries his way into the record book. Once extinguished, he treats us to his famous mouse imitation. Dateline, Churchill Downs, the most disastrous Kentucky Derby in history, and the last time apprentice jockeys will ever be allowed to participate. The incompetent fools made a shambles of this racing classic. In the home stretch, there were only 2 horses left. The owner of the winning horse had his afternoon totally ruined when he was dragged to death before 100,000 cheering fans. The Autobahn, Germany, a streamlined motorcycle attempts to set a new speed record. The driver is strapped in, tests his brakes, and he's off. Unfortunately, his bid fell short when he wasn't even able to keep up with a passing motorist. But the kids loved it.
From the early attempts at motorcycle speed records to Don Vesco, who's somewhat of a legend among motorcycle racers. He's been racing bikes, and he's been good at it for 27 of his 41 years. But he's best known as the fastest man in the world on 2 wheels. Early one August morning on Utah's Bonneville Salt Flats, Vesco crammed himself into his twin-engine Streamliner, closed the hatch, and crossed his fingers. He was going to attempt to go faster on a motorcycle than any man had ever gone.
10 miles an hour. 20 miles an hour. 30 miles an hour. 40 miles an hour. Engine split.
When Don Vesco stepped out of his private missile and back into the real world, he was the holder of the new motorcycle land speed record, 318.6 miles an hour.